Hi, this is Dave, Fellering Guide. Welcome to another navigation task. In this one, what you've got to do is compare a map and a photograph, see if you can work out where the photograph was taken and what direction we're looking in. So you're somewhere on the map, and that's the photograph. So let's look at the photograph to start with and see what we can see. So we're looking down onto a lake. The lake is narrow at its nearest point, the point closest to us. It broadens out at its far side, and beyond that the ground rises steeply to a mountain summit. Another thing to note about the lake is here we've got this bit of land that juts out and creates a narrowing, like a neck in there, again close to us. We've got steep ground on the right hand side of the lake as we look, and less steep ground on its left hand shore. So let's have a look back at the map, see if we can identify the lake. So we're looking for a lake narrow at one end and broader at the other, with a mountain beyond it. So we've got one here, Llyn Idwal, and also Ogwen. And again, apologies for my Welsh pronunciation. So we could be looking down and across Idwal, or we could be looking down and across Ogwen. If it was the latter, then beyond Ogwen there's a road, the A5, along the valley bottom. There's no high ground. If it was Idwal, down, across the road and then up the other side to Penir Olwyn. So it's looking like Idwal is the favourite of those two. So if it is Idwal, what about that bit of land that juts out and creates a neck? Well, here you can see that there jutting out, and then high ground, these contours close together, the ground rises, whereas on the other side of the lake is flatter ground. So this little jutty out bit there is actually this bit of land here. So we now know which lake we're looking at and which direction we're looking in. So we need to work out where exactly the photo was taken. So imagine that we're going to walk from where the photo was taken down up to the summit of the mountain on the other side. If we were to do that, then at this point here we're going to cut across the lake. We'd actually get our feet wet if we went in a straight line. And also note we're more or less parallel, we're more or less looking in a straight line along this path here. So going back to the map, if we were to draw a straight line looking along that path here and then across the lake, getting our feet wet up to the summit of Penir Olwyn, and we're going something like that, like the arrow shows. So if we were to reverse that, we're somewhere along that arrow. But are we up here or are we further down here? Well, looking at the map, these black lines are cliffs and the grey shaded area is rocky ground. If we look on the photograph, we can't see any cliffs that we're looking over. We can just see sort of broken rough grassy ground dropping away down here. And we can also see some boulders. Also, if we look over to the right of the lake, this land is rising, and it's actually higher here than where the photo was taken and where we are at the moment. So we're not above the crags looking down, we've got to be below them, and this brown area is grass rather than rock, and these black dots are large boulders. If we look at the height here, we've got the 750 meter contour going in there. So this above Devil's Kitchen is about 700 metres. If we look over to the ground to the right of Idwal, then here is your 675 metre contour. So your 700 metres isn't until about there, which is this bit dropping down above that little jutty out bit of land. So we must be below that point because we're looking in the photograph looking uphill. So we've got to be down here rather than up here. So that puts us in, the photo was taken from there looking across up to there. Now one more thing, what about Llyn Ogwen? So if we look at the photograph, we can't see another lake. We'd have expected to see Ogwen in here. So where is it? It's actually in there, but it's tucked away. It's hidden behind this bit of high ground here. So the ground actually drops away behind that, and Ogwen is in the bottom. You can just about see a little bit of it just there, I think. So this high ground here is obscuring the lake. If we were looking from the ground above Devil's Kitchen, it might give us a higher perspective to look down and see Ogwen. So that's your answer, photograph taken from there looking across to Pen yr Olwyn. So I hope you got that one right. I hope you enjoyed that little task. Look out for more navigation challenges. Thanks for watching.